Hi everyone, it's Sil from Sil's Design, and today I will start sharing our kitchen transformation. We have a pretty small size kitchen and the current style and color don't align with what I'm going for with the rest of the house. Has a lot of things that we like about it, like this countertop tile, which I didn't like in the beginning when we moved in, but now I love so much. But today I'm starting with this nook on the left side of this kitchen, which has like a weird microwave display like a TV. So follow me along, let me show you how I went from this to this. The first thing I did was paint all the kitchen walls, including the door, because I want to give a fresh coat of paint to match the rest of the house, including the hinges. Then we have a lot of appliances and we need more space for grocery, so I decided to close this entire nook to add more storage. The kitchen cabinets are in great condition, so I'm not actually planning on replacing the cabinets, but these cabinet doors actually are not matched 100% of the kitchens. I don't know if you can see on the right side here, but I like the butcher block on top, which I want to keep it. So for these cabinet doors, I will build a new ones to match the rest of the kitchen. The water pipe is located inside of the cabinet. I want to close the hole to avoid spiders, but I can't close it permanently because we need to access every time we need to turn the water on and off. So I just screw some thin plywood and call it a day. Because I don't have my shop set up yet, and probably I still not for a few weeks, I want to build something simple that doesn't require a lot of cuts. Here I'm cutting the pieces that I will place on top of the existing cabinet. I'm using leftover plywood from my old project. This type of plywood is not my favorite, so would not be my first choice, but I'm trying to keep the budget low. This is a 3¼ inch plywood, and I use my track saw and jigsaw only for this entire project, besides the drill and the brad nailer. Also, to assemble it was pretty easy. I used my brad nail first, then I used my drill to attach the screws, and I tried to make this as simple as possible. I was trying to avoid using pocket holes, so here I am putting all the pieces together without knowing what is coming next. The door frame. So the measuring is correct, okay, but the trim of the door, it's not. Let me push. I don't want to take the trim off. So I'm going to try and figure out here behind the scenes, and I'll be right back. So I tried to put this inside, but unfortunately I forgot to count with the door trim. And the door trim don't let me pull. So what I need to do now is what I was trying to avoid. So I was trying to avoid building place because I don't want to use pocket holes. But now I have to do that. I have to take it all apart, put pocket holes, so I can build in place. And then hopefully I'll be able to hide everything, and then paint, and then everything will be fine. So yeah, I took all apart and assembled in place using pocket holes, and without plans, I started adding dividers where I felt like was good for me. This project has no plans. I'm like figuring out as I go, like almost always. So now I have to add the supports, the support in the wall, and as you can see, they are very snug. And I'm very happy with that. And this area here is going to be for like the things that was here before, which is the coffee maker, stuff that is going to be like my Starbucks. Now I'm going to get some shims and I'm going to add everything in the tops. Good morning everyone, and today is the second day of me working in the pantry. The mess of the kitchen start overwhelming us, so we need to actually get moving. So in the real world, I would actually build a box, and right, I would put the shelf inside, I would add into the studs, and I would put the trim around the box for the doors, right? So I didn't do this because the ceiling are too short, so I decided to use the ceiling as my top of my box, and I'm not going to use anything on the bottom. I still going to use the trim. I'm going to still add into the studs. I'm still going to add supports. I'm going to trim the trim around. I lost a lot of footage from now on, but I added supports, sand the entire thing before add the outside trim. I also paint all white and add stain in the clear coat on my butcher block. And then it was time to start working on the doors. Honestly, I would recommend using poplar or maple for the trim and doors, but to be honest here, I didn't feel like spending so much money on this pantry space just because I feel bad painting real wood. So I use MDF to keep the budget low, like I mentioned before. If you are enjoying this process, give him a like so I can feel the love. So for the arch doors, I cut 2 panels of MDF like I was building 2 doors. And using my track saw and my jigsaw, I did all the cuts. Then I clamped both panels together to sand the arches so they can be exactly the same. Then to get 4 doors, I cut each panel in the middle. To create the fake shaker style, I use a pencil to mark up my line, then I use my track saw to cut the straight lines, and I use my jigsaw to cut the leftover and then the curves. I create this groove where the panel will sit, with a combination of a rabbet, bit, and a router. Unfortunately, I lose the footage, but if you're interested in seeing this part, let me know in the comments below and I can make a video about this. Has many ways to build a shaker style doors, but with my tools all over the place, I had to make my doors simple using pocket holes, and since I'll be painting my doors anyway, I wasn't worried about it. I fill the holes with wood filler, paint everything, replace the hinges for a soft close one, and it was time to put it all together. Replace the door handle for a black one, and I love how the hinges doesn't get all the attention for the rest of the space. Bottom part is nice, beautiful, it has some grocery. I still need to organize this area here, but this is another video, okay? But the front door, they all have soft closed doors, and the inside is just pretty nice. I really love so much this space. The way I did this, I put all my appliances on the bottom, okay? So all the appliances on the bottom. The microwave I moved to another place, and the top parts, just like the grocery that we use the most. And let's give a quick look on the before, and now you have the after. Subscribe for this channel so you don't miss the next video, and let me know what you think about this project commenting below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I love so much this project, and thanks so much for being here. See you in the next one.